Backsliding. It's something we all fear, dread, and some of us even done it and regret it. If you know Anakin Skywalker, the chosen one, the one who would bring balance to the Force, even he backslided. We have to ask ourselves, what causes our backsliding? Is it because we wanted to explore the world like Jack Sparrow or Arya Stark to see what the world has to offer? Its wonders, its delights, its forbidden pleasures perhaps, because even I have to admit, it can be enticing sometimes. Could forbidden love be the cause of your backsliding? Just like the missionary in Pirates of the Caribbean, you know it's wrong but you still want it. Could you fall in love with a goddess or a bad boy that your parents warned you not to be with? Just like Jon Snow and Lady Melisandre, you've done things, unspeakable things that you don't want anyone to find out. Or could it be you're tired and frustrated after years of serving in ministry, feeling so underappreciated? Just like Jorah Mormont, hoping for the applause of people. You gave your time and servitude. Could that be it? Or could you be like Anakin, who started doubting the ways of the church? Were you like Anakin, who was bothered by the hypocrisy of the Jedi or the church? They would say one thing, then do the next, causing doubts and questions to swirl in your mind. Or could it be the hypocrisy in your own life that caused you to backslide? Or like Prince Zuko, did you experience a traumatic family event that you trusted the Lord would protect you and love you, but it only ended up in you getting burnt and disappointed, causing so much pain, anxiety, causing you to travel around trying to find meaning, a journey through your existential crisis, but in the end, it will always lead to your tears breaking down like Sasuke. Why, Lord? Why? Questions that we all ask. The saddest things that happens when we backslide, we break our loved ones' hearts. We go down a path that they can't follow. It's because of what we've done and what we've planned to do. Then we blame the world. You've turned her against me! No! It was our lust and greed for power that has done that. We were the chosen ones! The ones that would bring balance to the Force. But instead, we joined the Sith and left them in darkness. But in spite of all our failings, the Lord still loves us and is willing to bring us back to Him. Let me show you an example of backsliding recovery in real life. Started with Peter. When Jesus was walking in the Sea of Galilee, he saw Peter, his brother, and a couple of fishermen. They spent the whole night fishing, but they weren't able to get any fish. So Jesus said, throw your nets on the other side of the boat, and you will get fish. So Peter was like, whoa, it's true, you are the Son of God. So Jesus told Peter, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. And Peter actually did that. He got to witness wonderful signs, Jesus doing great miracles, healing people, even casting out demons, all those amazing things. There was even one time when there was a big, huge storm. Then Jesus was walking from afar. Then Peter said, Lord, if that is really you, call out to me so I may walk on water. So Peter actually did. He got to experience walking on water, but eventually he got scared. So he began sinking. Then Jesus, rescued him. So Peter was a very intense guy. There was a time when Jesus was washing the feet of the disciples. Peter was like, Lord, you cannot wash my feet. No. But the Lord was like, you can't be a part of me unless I wash your feet. So Peter was like, can you wash all of me instead? That's how medyo intense he was. And there was even a time Peter told Jesus, Lord, I will never deny you. If they come, the Pharisees try to arrest you, I will fight and I will willing to die for you. That's what Peter said. But we will see later on what happened. During Jesus' last moments where he asked his closest friends to stay awake and pray with him, Peter fell asleep on duty, which is embarrassing. Then when the guards tried to seize Jesus, Peter cut off the ear of one of the servants of the high priest. And Jesus was like, Peter, stop it! For if man lives by the sword, he will die by the sword. So then eventually Peter ran away with the rest of the disciples in fear. Then the brave Peter became a coward. And eventually, when Peter went to the courts where Jesus was being tried, the people kept asking him, aren't you Peter, a follower of Jesus? Peter kept denying, no, I don't know this man. He denied him 3 times, and when the rooster crowed, Jesus looked at him. Then Peter ran away in great shame because he's so much for all his promises. When Jesus died, Peter ran away and hid like the rest of the disciples. Then Mary Magdalene told him that he is risen like he promised, but Peter didn't believe until Jesus actually shown himself to the rest of the disciples. And even after this, Peter went back to fishing, just like us when we backslide. We tend to go back to our old lives because we're not sure what to do. Then after a night of unsuccessful fishing, they saw a person in the shore who said, "Cast your net to the other side." So the disciples were like, "We've done that all night and we caught nothing," but they did it anyway. Then boom, the fishes were there. It was like deja vu all over again. So Peter knew it was Jesus, so he jumped from the boat and swam to the shore. Then he got to encounter Christ again. So then Jesus asked Peter, "Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these?" Peter said, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." Then Jesus said, "Feed my lambs." Then he said to him the second time, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" He said to him, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." He said to him, "Tend my sheep." Then Jesus told Peter the third time, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" Then Peter was grieved because he said to him the third time, "Do you love me?" And Peter replied, "Lord, you know everything. You know that I love you." Then Jesus said to him, "Feed my sheep." As you see from this example, Peter messed up multiple times, just like Anakin. Sometimes it feels like all hope is lost and there's nothing we can do. But even in our worst, God still sees the good in us and is willing to use us again if we go back to Him. So stop backsliding, guys, and see you next episode.